Good day, good day, good day. This is Mr. Anderson. And on changing your mind, understanding life, figuring stuff out. And I'm saying this as I'm going through things and figuring out life and reading and reading and learning and experiencing and figuring out. And one of the things that crossed my mind is, changing your mind is your thoughts. What do you think? What are you thinking? What are your consistent or constant thoughts that you always think about? Or what is it? Is it good, bad? And I believe in energy, and I believe in the things that we allow ourselves when we think about it. It really affects our body. It affects us, our whole being. Because if it's a negative thought, or it's doubt, or a trauma that we haven't thought through, then we're going to just constantly live in that energy, in that space. And then that's what controls, our surroundings, and that's what people see when they see us. So you really have to think about your thoughts. You really have to understand what you're really and truly thinking about, because it's just like anything that grows. If you're always thinking negative, or always thinking fear, or always thinking, you're always thinking happy, you're always thinking joyful, that's what you're going to get in life. That's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to be. So you really have to be careful what you think. And I know that's easier said than done. Believe me, because you let outside a lot of things. I'm going to say distractions, but people are distractions. Other people around you are distractions if you're not grounded in your thoughts and your thinking. So you really have to do that, because those thoughts create your reality. They create the person that you are. And I know it's hard. You never know what someone's thinking. That's why I don't bother nobody. I stay to myself, because a lot of times I'm in my thoughts. I'm always thinking of trying to get better, trying to mold myself to be a better father, a better man, make more money, attract more money. Let me stop saying that. Attract more money, be a resource, use my resources well, doing the things that I need to do to really be at peace with myself, and also leave something for my children. And I know you're going to hear me probably say this over and over and over and over again, but that's what it is. You have to change your mind. And me saying that I'm trying to do better, want to do better, I'm constantly always going to try to change. I want to always be better. I want to always be better. And yet, like I said, it's sometimes hard because outside sources, whether it be past relationships, friends, family, co-workers, random people on the street, the news, anything, that stuff feeds in our mind, and it feeds in our thinking. And I remember listening to a black radio station, and then I remember listening to a white radio station when I was driving trucks. And the information was so different, but it still was so negative. It was a different negative energy to me. But anyway, there was some mixed good and fun and funny stuff. But for me, the overall of both is like, no wonder why we don't like each other. No wonder why we're at war with each other mentally, physically, and spiritually, is because everything you hear around you is about fear, it's about fighting, it's about hate. So you really have to separate yourself from that. And that's what I did. I love the scene. It's a perfect player. I love it. But it's time. Your thoughts. Think. What do you think? And I go through that constantly. I have to change the way I think. I have to, I'm in that stage already. Now it's just maintaining. That's the hard part. Sometimes it's just like, man, why me? Why me? Why do I deserve? What did I do to deserve this? Is it karma? What karma did I get to deserve this stuff? Why did I put myself in this situation? Why do I keep putting myself in these situations? But that's part of me thinking, and that's how you weed out the bad. That's how you weed out the bad and water and fertilize the good. Because if you don't tend to your gardens, weeds gonna grow. And that's your mind. If you don't tend to your mind, I'm trying to be politically correct. Stuff is gonna grow. It's not gonna go right. Bad weeds, bad stuff is not gonna be. It's gonna die. It's gonna fizzle out and die sooner or later. And that's your insides. That's your body. That's your mind. That's your being. When I tell you, I've experienced so much, and it's like I'm going back and seeing stuff, and it's really giving me an idea of who I am and what I am and and me seeing what I have accomplished. It's crazy, like really. And then that goes into my thought process and me thinking, and I just see things so much differently. I respect things so much differently. I value what has value to me. If it doesn't have any value to me, then it is what it is. Like I said, I'm in the process of finding another job and getting back in a career, and either going back to driving trucks or getting back into management because I lost my job and all this other stuff. And I'm in that rebirth stage. Yet I know where I want to be, and I know kind of what I know what I want to do. I want to trade full time. I want to trade full time and create my system, and maybe do some little odd jobs here and there, just to have income coming in and enjoy my family, enjoy my children, put my children in sports, and be that dad that be able to make sure to see my children enjoy life and grow up and experience. Like I think I had a pretty good childhood. Sports was really made life fun for me. Oh, right back to it. So it's like now your thoughts, just your thoughts. Understand your thoughts. Write them down. Write your thoughts down, whether it be bad, good, or bad, or negative. That's all I'm saying. Good or bad. Write them down. Categorize them. Put them in. Is this fear? Is this, mind you, I'm not a mind thinker or a streak or anything. This is just things that I think about and I do and I want to do. And maybe this might play into another career choice for me I have plans. I have an idea. So we'll see. But anyway, just really talk it out. Think about it. Write it down. Write your thoughts down. Categorize them. Why am I? Understand the reason behind it. Understand the feeling. Understand what it gives and what it brings. Because your thoughts at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Because I know it's like as soon as I wake up, I'm dreaming. So my mind is, when I'm asleep, I'm dreaming. So as soon as I wake up, my mind goes to my thought. And sometimes that thought is bad or down, and I don't even want to get out of bed. I just want to lay there. Like, man, I want to lay there. And I can feel my body like get heavy. That's the power of your thoughts. And then there's mornings that I get up and I'm like, I'm up and I'm running. I had a little bit of both of that today. I laid there, I got up, I came home, ate, had a good conversation, growthful conversation with a friend, just going through some things, and we talk back and forth about, different situations and why, and they hold me accountable and I hold myself accountable, and then that person accountable, and we just kind of go back and forth with things. And I didn't meditate before I went to bed because I was exhausted and tired, so I just did some things. But then as I laid down, like I said, my mind, I slept because I was tired and sore from working and from doing some things. And then when I woke up, my mind went straight to a negative thought. And I just wanted to lay there. And mind you, I woke up about 8 something. Yeah, like 8. It was like 7:30 or something. I woke up about 7:30, and I laid there, and that thought had me so heavy that I didn't want to get up. And then eventually, as I laid there and kind of sit there for a minute, my mind shifted and thought. It was like, man, I got to get up. I got things I need to do. I want to work a little bit today, drive a little bit today. I need groceries. I need to wash my clothes. I need to get up. So I set my little alarm clock for 8:45, and for 8:45, and then I laid there for a minute, and I was like, man, get up. And I ended up getting up at 8, getting up out the bed at 8, and jumping in the shower, shaving a little bit, putting a load of clothes in because I got clothes I need to wash. It's dirty that I need to wash. Not my clothes, my children's clothes. But it was just the power of my thought. And my thought mustered the energy to get me up. And my thought was positive. I know this is a rough patch in my garden. I know this is a rough patch. I know this is time for me to understand outlet. And of course, I listened to my favorite book for insight and understanding. And then I got up and I did what I needed to do. I hopped on Facebook for a minute, even though I'm not really on there. I hopped on there and looked for a little bit, and some stuff going on in my family. My younger brother. So, love you, bro. You hear this? I'm here for you if you need me. And just the thoughts. So then I got up, like I said, washed clothes, threw a load of clothes in there, got on my laptop, just glanced at my chart. I always try to keep a screen that has my charts, my charting, to remind me this is the ultimate goal. Is me day trading, me figuring this out so I can live the life that I want to live and be free and do what I want to do. Then I was like, I need water. I need some more beets. I want beets. I'm going to come to Sprouts. Shout out to Sprouts, y'all. I love you guys. Just turnip truck and Sprouts. Turnip truck is too far, but Sprouts is right here. Man, I get my water and vegetables and fruit whenever I can here. But anyway, but it's your thoughts, man. It's like you gotta cleanse yourself. You gotta cleanse your mind and go through it and really feel, understand your thoughts and kind of shift them. I know it's hard. Believe me, it's hard. But you have to do that in order to be sane. Because again, the people around you see it and feel it, and man, it could push people to not want to be around you or be with you. You know, I know me. I get bored easy, and you say some things I'm gonna remember, and I'm encapsulating all. I don't know if that's a word. I'm becoming, or I'm using the energy from the universe to let me know. Being a Capricorn, the numerology, what people tell me, you know, I use all that to guide me or help me through things, you know, and that's just something that I'm working on being better now in my situation that I'm in now. It's like, man, let's go, let's get it. But anyway, I won't be on here too long. Just want to give a quick thoughts. I'll just channel in your thoughts. Understand your thoughts. Your thoughts mold who you are. Their thoughts feed your being. It feeds your energy. It feeds your brain. It feeds your body. It feeds your heart. It feeds it feeds everything. So just understand that when thoughts are deep, you know, and when you're thinking, God knows, God hears it. So you change those thoughts to where you and God are on the same page. Or you're your highest self. Whatever you believe in, change it. Change your thoughts. Understand your thoughts. Grow. I'm out. This is Miss Anderson. Mr. Anderson, I approve this message. So, the lights.